Hello, my name is Sue Stewart and I'm a registered nurse, Div 1, and I have been for 45 years. I have worked in many areas of nursing, including aged care, nurse education where I was the head of school, administration, I've been a director of nursing and worked for many years as an after hours coordinator, renal where I worked for 15 years and set up 3 renal dialysis units, and I've worked in accident and emergency. During this time, I attained many formal and informal qualifications, such as Grad Dip Renal, a graduate diploma in gerontology and rehabilitation. I have also gained many diplomas in frontline manager and various certificates in many areas from first aid to advanced resuscitation. The last certificate I gained was in patient managed care in Aboriginal communities. I became interested in remote area nursing whilst working in dialysis and working with many Aboriginal people. And then shortly after I left dialysis, my husband and I went on a trip around Australia and stopped at a place called Port Smith, northern Western Australia. While we were there, an Aboriginal band was playing and I began a conversation with the mother of the people in the band. And she consequently invited us to visit the Bidjadanga Remote Area Clinic, which was only about 25 kilometres away. After visiting there, I really was interested in Aboriginal healthcare, loved the area, and consequently when we came home from our trip around Australia, I then applied for a position at Bidjadanga through the Kimberley Aboriginal Medical Service in Broome. I gained that position and commenced there and worked for 12 months as a remote area nurse in the clinic and then became the health service manager, which I stayed for the following 7 years. During the time at Bidjadanga, I learnt many things and hopefully taught a few. The main focus of the clinic is supposed to be primary health care, but all the walk-ins, emergencies took priority when they happened. Going to work every morning, you never had any idea what today was going to bring. You could have anything in the clinic from a road accident, snake bite, child with fever, woman in labour, you name it, we had it. And that was one of the things that I really liked about working there because it didn't become blasé. We had 19 staff employed at our clinic, of which 5 were remote area nurses. We had 6 Aboriginal health workers and drivers and reception staff. The clinic had its own ambulance and we also covered the Northern Highway of Western Australia, 70 kilometres north and 70 kilometres south. The clinic was 13 kilometres inland from the highway. So there were times that we got called out for rollovers, accidents with cattle, etc. out on the highway, and they could be at any time, day, night or weekend. One of the things when I first went to work in the Aboriginal community was learning about the local Aboriginal culture. And the clinic that I worked in, the community I worked in, had 5 different language groups, so it had quite varied and mixed cultures. It was very difficult to learn some of them, but with patience I've got my head around some, but I think you could work there for a long time and never fully understand Aboriginal culture. It takes some time to earn the community's respect and trust, and I think I did do that. I loved working with the Aboriginal people and I think that we had a mutual respect for each other. One of the things that was hard about working there was at times the frustration with people making decisions in either Canberra or Perth, we called them desk sitters, about Aboriginal care and how we were to do things when many of these people had never even been in a remote clinic. One of the things about our clinic, and it is, as far as I know, nearly every health clinic, remote area health clinic in Australia, there are no appointments. It's walk-in only. The Aboriginal people come to the clinic when they have the need, when they feel sick, or if you've told them to come back next week, they come back next week. And it's one of the things that it's hard to get used to for both the nurses and the doctors is having people not coming at appointment times, and you would have a lot of people sitting in the waiting room and then in the afternoon you might not have any, but that's how it works. If you're considering going remote area nursing, I would give you the advice to do some research, look at the areas you want to go to and maybe do a remote emergency course or a maternity emergency course, which are both done by CRANA, which is the Centre for Remote Area Nursing Australia. They have a website and if you go on there, they will show you all their educational courses that you can do. One of the other things I just would like to say that I think you need to have at least 3 years postgrad experience, some recency in accident and emergency, and probably one of the main things that you need is common sense. I hope this helps, and I wish you all well in your course. Thank you.